going on, guys? All right. We're going to adjust you guys around to different spots today. Ugh. All right, guys, welcome in. Hope you guys are doing all right. We're getting after it. Sinners, what's going on, brother? How you doing? I'm on the road for work, so we're just getting after it in the hotel gym here today. So, little crazy. You have to excuse the music. It's not my playlist. It's whatever they got going on here. But thanks for being here, sirs. I appreciate you. Hope things are going well. Hope you're having a good Tuesday. Trying to see if there's a way I can find a better angle than you guys looking at me from the ground. I got my mini tripod here. Just trying to keep as much going as I can. Yeah, I got in pretty early this morning. Day's good, man. Day's good. Busy day. Flight left super early. Left at had to be at the airport like 4:30 in the morning. Early flight through a rainstorm, so the plane was all over the place. And then, landed here. A bunch of meetings. Back to the hotel. Had a mini nap, some food, and then getting right into the work. Yeah, supposed to be hanging out with somebody in the industry that I know that I met. We're hanging out a little later. Yeah, man, not bad. Getting after it. Hotel gym still does the trick. So hit 4 quick sets here, and then we're gonna move on. Today's pull. Today's a pull day. It's back, biceps, and abs today. Let me see. Yeah, back and abs. Sorry. We still have 1 to 2 bicep exercises in the back day, but this is our cut. So now we have a little more. We used to only have 2 big back exercises, but now we have pull-ups, barbell row, pull downs, which we're gonna have to do with these cables here. Cable row, face pulls, and then curls, concentration curls. Basson, what's going on, buddy? Thanks for being here. Appreciate you, man. Hope you had a good holiday. I know you said you had some time off there, so hope it went well. We're on the road too right now for work, so that's why I should give you guys a little tour of this little hotel gym. It's actually pretty nice. I've stayed at this hotel a few times. As you guys see, we got here. It's got a punching bag, some free weights, some cardio machines. So not bad for a hotel gym, right? Could be worse for sure. Could be better. We don't have an actual physical pull down, which would be nice, but you know, we make it work either way. Not bad. One more set here. Still on holiday, hitting the gym as well. Nice, man. It's good. Yeah, change of scenery is always nice, right? Being able to have a little different layout, different stuff around you. And sometimes it especially when you know how to alter exercise and stuff, and it changes kind of your routine and your layout. It allows you to kind of try some different movements and stuff. I like it. It's nice. But yeah, whereabouts are you on holiday now, if you don't mind me asking? Again, guys, thanks for being here. If anybody's new that's here, please drop a subscribe and a like. Helps out a lot. We're almost at that 200 mark where I owe you guys 50 push-ups. We're getting there. We're at 189. 11 more. You guys could drop a like right now too. Let's push the likes up so we get pushed out to more people on the just double tap the screen or drop a heart. Gets us pushed out to more people in the algorithm. So, the one thing I didn't discount about being a taller guy. Oh, my magnet tripod. Just space. Because I fly within my country, so it's, if I bring anything else, I have to like check a bag and spend money to check a bag and stuff. It's a bit of a pain in the butt. So I try to just bring kind of the least amount of stuff I can. And it's usually not bad. Usually I can set this tripod on stuff. Like, hold on, this might actually work. I just don't really want to take over the gym too much. Okay, this is probably better. It's a little higher. Yeah, I don't want to take over the gym too much in case other people come in. Right now it's just me, but yeah, I'm also going to go to the big box gym here so you guys can hang out and see me there. Lamu, it's an island in Kenya. Nice. Sounds beautiful place. Yeah, send some pics, man. I want to check it out. Always looking for places to go. But this is pretty cool. Like, they have rock climbing grips here. I don't know if you guys can kind of see. So they have rock climbing grips for chin-ups, regular handles from both sides. It's interesting. I need to learn to breathe better when I'm doing chin-ups, but getting in shape. Thanks. And so this is I had the deload week. Got one workout in so far for the full cut, but I've stick to the diet even on the road. I went and picked up my groceries when I land. That's kind of how I do it when I'm on the road. So I keep my eating pretty well the same. Doesn't really change much. I'll just tilt you guys over here. Yeah, everything stays pretty much the same. So that way I don't really have to worry about messing up my program while I'm on the road. So this is supposed to be barbell row. We don't have barbells, so we're going to do just a dumbbell row to have this weight they have. So yeah, I should notice myself getting more and more cut. Yeah, they're saying, I keep saying reconnecting, so I think there is a little bit of an issue there. Yeah, so I should notice myself getting more and more lean because I'm able to stay on my diet. The only downside with the hotel gym is the weights, right? Like, this goes up to 50, probably not enough, right? Like, I just did 15 rows there. And it's not even nearly as heavy as I need it to be. At least I can get the work in, get the volume in. So it's all good. Yeah, I appreciate you guys for being here. Let's put a Q&A. Put a little question answer thing there. favorite food is today's question. Mine is, well, I'm gonna just say something. Okay, I guess it's just meant to stay in the middle. And either way, appreciate you guys being here. All right, there we go. Put it up there. We'll start this Q&A. Yeah, thanks for being here, guys. Please send the channel out to other people you think might want to join. And we're trying to grow. We're at 189. If we can get up to 200, are you guys at 50 push-ups? Drop some likes, comments. It all helps out a tremendous amount. Yeah, it still helps just to get the workout in, right? And I slow it down and do all the things I can to still make a good amount of intensity. Still hit 15 there. Well, I use push-pull day rather than like Monday chest, triceps, Tuesday back. No, so it's not push-pull. So it's more what you said the second way. So right now for my cut, Monday is like majorly push muscles. So I'm using chest, shoulders, triceps. Today is pull. Nate, what's going on, brother? How you doing? Thanks for being here. Yeah, let's go, man. Let's go. We're on the road for work, so we're just getting after a bit of back day. So today is actually back, biceps, and like kind of rear delts. So we do face pulls, but yes, please smash the like button. Please subscribe. We're almost there. We're almost at 200. So the only thing is the hotel gym doesn't quite have enough weight for a few of the exercises, but that's okay. Slow it down, focus on tempo, just good solid contractions. Still get a good intense workout out of it. And that's all we need. As long as we get a good intense workout out of it, it's what matters. Thanks, buddy. I appreciate that. I'm loving you guys too. I appreciate the positive energy. Helps keep me accountable. Keeps me coming back in, getting after it. Bless you guys too. I appreciate that very, very much. I mean, we're doing the thing. I hope you guys are following along at home, doing your own fitness thing, getting after. Who's this, Albin? I'm not sure. Albin joined recently. Good dude. He gets a little carried away with the emojis and stuff. I've had to put him on timeout a couple of times. But yeah, we like having you here, man. But hopefully we don't have to put him on timeout again today. Just gonna adjust this down. Seated row is our next. Or actually, no, you know what? We'll do pull downs next. Just easier to accommodate while you're here. I'm just gonna adjust for that. Yeah, how's everybody? You guys getting after a workout today? What's going on in your guys' world? So I recommend when you're cutting higher volume in terms of number of exercises and sets for every day. And then the showy muscles you want to hit multiple times. So I do hit arms later in the week and shoulders later in the week as like standalone days, but I also hit them on my push days because those muscles recover a lot easier. So like Monday I have, like I mentioned, chest, shoulders, triceps. Today is back, biceps, abs. Tomorrow will be legs. And then we'll have a shoulder day, an arm day, and then 2 days of rest because that's a lot of volume. But for the most part, everything has enough time to recover. Right now, what's going on, buddy? Thanks for being here, guys. If you're new, please drop a subscribe and a like. We're on the road for work, just getting a workout in at the hotel gym. We're almost at that 200 mark subscribers where I owe you guys 50 push-ups. But yeah, please, guys, if you're new, please drop a subscribe. Give him timeout. I just translated the text. Oh, is it not appropriate? I don't know what he's saying. That's the only thing. I just see it as a bunch of emojis. All right, just put it in timeout there again. Oh, yeah, no. Yeah, that's a little offside. As much as I appreciate you being here, Alban, we got to keep it community friendly. But yeah, took your name seriously. Yeah, maybe a little too seriously. But yeah, baddie daddy, definitely a baddie daddy, but I'm daddy to my girlies, right? Oh, sorry. Just gonna adjust this up. So you guys watch me do pull downs here. Moving into lat pull downs. You guys can still hear me, right? I'm always unsure with music in the background whether it's gonna get muted or whatever. Sorry, a little out of breath there. So we're gonna move on to pull downs. Awesome, you can hear me. So when you have cables like this, alternate way to do pull downs, you just do them seated. Because I did the wide grip chins already, I do these as a neutral grip. Two. Oh. So as you can tell, you can still get a pretty good intense workout without having to stretch the things as much as possible. Luke Perry, what's going on? How you doing? Thanks for being here, brother. Again, guys, if you're new, please drop a subscribe, a like. All of it helps out a huge amount. We're growing. We're almost there, but which mic to use? I want to buy one. How much does it cost? So I got the DJI. I don't know if you can see it. It's like a little set. Comes with 2 mics. The receiver to plug into your phone. It's a mobile phone specific one, the one that I got. And yeah, it works really, really well for my application anyway. I'm sure as I grow and as we get further ahead, I'll probably need something better, but it's Bluetooth. No, so this one I have to plug in, but right, so what's going on? I walk daily. Nice. Ian, thanks for being here. The moon has been confounded since 2010. Have you noticed? I haven't noticed. Again, guys, please drop a subscribe and a like. Helps me out tremendously. We're trying to hit 200 by the end of May. We're at 189. We're so close. I owe you guys 50 push-ups when we hit 200, and we are getting there. It would be awesome to have to crush 50 push-ups today for you guys if we got those 11 subscribers. But what do you mean by the moon is confounded? What does that refer to? And right, walking is good, man. It's just water with my creatine in it and a little bit of flavoring. So it's like Crystal Light, most countries have. I just use the store brand and it's iced tea, 0 calories. A confounded moon might be important. Oh, okay. It's iced tea, like lemon iced tea. But right, you talked about walking daily. My favorite, I say all the time that my cheat code for fitness is walking. 100%. Getting your steps in daily is the #1 way to live a healthy, fit life. One more there. Back's feeling a good pump though. Should have just let that go a little easier though. I walk an hour and a half. You think the weight will drop as I burn approximately 750 calories daily? Yeah, I mean, the best thing you can do is if you get a cheap step counter off of Amazon or anywhere and average out your steps. Basically, you want to try to aim for anywhere between 8,000 and 12,000 daily. If you're hitting that, if you're doing an hour and a half, that's really, really good. Half hour is about 3,000. So with an hour and a half, you're already hitting around 9,000. So I'm sure in the rest of your day, you probably do the difference, but compare to knowing hemispheric views and see the difference. Cool, man. Does it taste good? Yeah, it does taste good. I like it quite a bit. Me, iced tea is always like my go-to. Yeah, 1.5 hours is really, really good. And yeah, and then track your steps and make sure you're averaging that 8,000 to 12,000 across 7 days, which you should be if you're walking an hour and a half daily. And then track your good ways to track your weight on Sundays. I pick 1 day a week. I like Sundays because it's easy. You wake up, you don't really have anything really to do for most people on a Sunday. So you check your weight, give it a week to 2 weeks in between each check. And then when you check next, you should see your weight kind of steadily coming down. And if it's not, then you know it's one of 2 things. Either your diet's off and you're replacing those calories you're putting out by walking, or your activity's maybe not as much as you think it is, but it's usually the calories in is the part of the equation that gets screwed up for most people. So more than likely, if your weight isn't going down, then it's the amount of food you're eating, or the number of calories, sorry, not the amount of food, because the food may be little, but really calorie dense. Like that's one thing that people mess up a lot because they don't realize that it doesn't really matter how much physical food you're eating. What matters is the calorie density. Lats are toast. Yeah, so like what I mean by that when I say about your calorie density is a lot of times, like when I'm helping people out with weight loss and they give me their diet or I show them my diet where I eat like 5 meals, pretty substantial meals each time. You're like, oh, I eat way less than that and I don't lose any weight. What people don't realize is that like I had one lady I was helping, we checked out her lunch that she usually has a salad. Her salad's like 1,800 calories that she has at lunch, which like just veggies, sure. But she's having like a bunch of lettuce, which is like nothing. But she's having a bunch of dressing, sorry. Lettuce is nothing. Having a bunch of dressing, high fat dressing. And then she's having avocado and nuts and some dried fruit all in that salad. So in her mind, it was super healthy. And it's like the foods, individual foods aren't not healthy. But you know, you start mixing a whole bunch of them together in one sitting, that's a lot of calories. And then she's only eating one or two more times. Like she's having a breakfast sandwich for breakfast. She had a 1,500 calorie lunch, 300 calorie breakfast sandwich. She's at 18. Her daily target's 18. And then dinner, she had something small, like a little bit of fish and rice. That's another 500-600 calories. So now she's 500-600 calories over her target for the day. And she's doing this like every weekday, right? So that's how you do it. She's only eating 3 meals. But in those 3 meals, she's substantially over her calorie target for the day. Sorry, guys, so I'm going to keep you set up there. I'm going to move this other bench over here. Make sure you guys can kind of see what I'm doing here. We're going to do some seated rows. Again, guys, if you're new here, please drop a subscribe. Right? Yeah, see, like a lot of people don't realize, but 1 hour brisk walk, it burns around. Yeah, so not necessarily like, yeah, 1 hour walk will burn more than that depending on what it depends on the intensity of the walk, right? So like I do half-hour incline where I have like a 6.5 incline at a 3.2 speed, and that burns around 280 to 300 calories in half an hour, right? So I mean, if you're walking at a steady pace, you should be able to burn a pretty good amount. But the hard part, like I was just mentioning, is if you're replacing those calories that you're putting out pretty much daily, then weight could stand still, right? We don't want that for you, so. All right, seated rows here. Again, guys, if you're new, please drop a subscribe. Let's get me to that 200 subscriber mark so I can rip out 50 push-ups for you guys. We're gonna go up in weight. No, we're stacking using the whole weight stack. So I don't know how much further we can go up in weight, but hey guys, appreciate you. So 2 big things that I always tell people, if like weight loss is your true goal or like just weight management or health, the 2 things that you can do that are gonna best give you results overall is 1, watching and managing your step count. And number 2 is just tracking your intake. You don't have to track forever. I think that's what a lot of people think. They think, oh, that's so hard. That's like an eating disorder that they think, right? They go, oh, it's kind of like an eating disorder or whatever, tracking your food. Why would I track my food all the time? It's not about tracking your food all the time. It's about tracking your food for a small amount of time to at least understand what's in the food you're eating. Because yeah, a lot of people just don't really know. Like I think a lot of people think they know. Till when we be Chris Bumstead? Oh man, I wish. So Chris Bumstead, that's a really high bar. Um, so Chris Bumstead is what happens when God-given talent meets hard work. Um, and yeah, it's just once that happens. So you'll always hear like hard work beats talent any day of the week, and that's true. If you're consistent and you work hard, you're always going to beat someone who's just naturally talented and maybe doesn't work as hard. But if somebody has God-given talent and they work hard, there's no beating that person. That's why it's a good thing he decided to retire, gives other people a chance, because nobody would beat him until he like aged out, and then his time, father time, is the only real equalizer. If I can get halfway to as good as him, then I'll see that as my life was a success. If I can get halfway to Chris Bumstead. So we'll keep the fingers crossed for that, but it's like the cherry on the cake. Yeah, 100%. Like if you look at someone like him who has got the genetics, which is the God-given talent, and then they're like as humble as him, and then they work as hard as him. Yeah. Like I tend to think of myself as like a nice, level-headed guy, compassionate and caring, hardworking. But then you see a guy like that, and it just gives you, it's good because it gives you something to strive towards, right? When you see somebody on that level. But yeah, I would love to look like Chris Bumstead. Don't get me wrong. That would be a dream come true. I feel like I've worked really hard to try to get as close to it as I can for my genetic potential, but you know. Hi, Chess. Hi, babe. It's my beautiful wife. She's here. Thank you for being here. Saw your young age photos. Awesome shape and size. Thanks. Yeah, when I was younger, it was a lot easier to stay lean and athletic. And I played sports for a really long time, so that made it easy. It's definitely a lot more difficult now, but I love it, man. Like I love the hard work and the dedication aspect of it. Like my wife will tell you, like I met a guy that that's a really good client of mine that I like quite a bit, and he got married and I haven't seen him since. So I actually had a half of a beer today. That's the first alcoholic drink I've had in, I don't know, babe, you're on maybe 19, 20 months, almost 2 years, I think. First alcoholic drink I've had, which is hence why I probably have such a good pump right now. But yeah, so I stay hard working and dedicated to it. But the dream would be to look like Chris Bumstead if that was ever in the cards for me, for sure. So the good part, if you guys ever run into this situation where you don't have enough weight to lift, what's your weight potential? This would be how you do it. You just kind of slow the tempo down. So you're still going to hit exhaustion. You're just using a different mode of stress to get you there. So you can still hit failure. Oh. See. And you wouldn't want to do this as your main, especially when you're cutting. You wouldn't want this to be your main stimulus, but what I mean, in a pinch, it still does the trick, right? You get yourself checked. Yeah, so I do get my blood checked regularly. I used to do, it was every 3 years, but now I'm going to like a men's health clinic to kind of watch um, all my hormones and everything as I'm aging. So yeah, at the men's health clinic, they do it quarterly. And luckily, I haven't had as much of a drop off and stuff with some of the hormones that I was worried about, which is good. So I get my blood work done quarterly now, especially with like my diet and everything to make sure I'm good. And so far, so good. No real problems. So I'm going to keep up with that, hopefully until my 50s, 60s. And then, the normal things happen, right? Father time starts to take over, I'm sure, which is normal. But sorry, guys, I mean to block you out there. I'm just going to turn you over here so you can see what's going on. So we're going to go concentration curls here. So the good news is this is an exercise that I can lift heavy enough on to hit proper failure. Hopefully getting a decent pump. Got 10 likes. Yeah, we're there. We're getting there. Happy to see someone so aware of themselves. Yeah, thanks, man. I appreciate that. So I've always been into the like health side of it. I'm probably a little less on the health side in recent years. I've been more worried about perfecting the physique. So I'm willing to take like a little bit of liberties when it comes to like maybe letting my fat get a little higher, stuff like that than I would normally do. But yeah, I mean, surprisingly, my heart, in terms of like my heart health, it's been really good for the better part of my 30, 40 years. So that was always my concern because everybody who's passed away in my family, it's always been from heart related issues. So I've always been really scared of that. And I think that's why I kind of hyper focused on it in my younger years. So now I'm just a little more willing to be a little lax there in order to keep the physique on point in kind of my older years. Not crazy lax, but just enough that I wouldn't put myself intentionally in harm's way, but my wife wouldn't let me anyway. She would kill me. Right, babe? She's still here. Darius, what's going on, brother? Used to be bratwurst. Not sure what it is now. Oh, for favorite food? Nice. Bratwurst is delicious. I haven't had one of those in a long time. You might have just ignited something in me, Darius. I might have to go get some bratwurst today. My favorite, like my go-to favorite, is Greek food. I'm not Greek. I just love souvlaki and the Greek potatoes that are like smothered in olive oil. Oh my god, so good. Not to mention like all the other stuff like saganaki, spanakopita, all that stuff. But yeah, I like it a lot. Big fan of Jamaican food, Filipino food, French food, pretty much anything. Pho. I'm just a food nut, man. If it wasn't for fitness, I'd have some struggles for sure. Gyros are delicious too. Yeah, gyros are amazing. I saw the little plate you were putting together on Insta there, Darius. It looked delicious, man. Was that chicken and brown rice? Or chicken and just rice in general? Getting a crazy pump, I feel like. And that's without any pre-workout today because I don't have anything with me on the road here. I know I missed the basement too, man. Patrick, man, what's going on? No, I'm not. I wish. Just me, just regular old me right now. Well, you can follow along on the program and watch. Please drop a subscribe, Patrick. I appreciate you. I'll walk you through my program and how I've been doing it. Everybody's been following me now 20 plus weeks-ish. We just started our cut this week, yesterday. I'm on the road right now for work. So this is the hotel gym. Not perfect, but it does the trick. Where from? We'll subscribe. I'm from Canada. Right now I'm in the east coast of Canada. But yeah, teriyaki chicken, white rice, meal prayer chicken a couple days ago, so I didn't have to cook today. Awesome. Smart, man. Smart. Yeah, I'm usually in Ontario, Canada, which is kind of east central, but right now I'm on the east coast for work. Okay, last set here. You guys, I don't know if you guys can see me in the mirror there. Can you see me in the mirror? Yeah? Okay. Let's do some concentration curls, last set, and then we're gonna do some high rows and abs to finish up. When we hit 200 subscribers, Patrick, we're trying to get to 200 there. I owe you guys 50 push-ups straight through. We're almost there. We're at 189. With you, we're at 190, unless people have dropped off, which hopefully not. Okay. I'm gonna do a bit of a drop set here because I would have liked to have get 15 there, but I didn't. So drop set it to 15, and then we're just gonna rep it out till we're through, till the arms are burned out. Oh, that didn't take too long. Need an extra 5 or 6, so we're pretty good, right? The burnout gives you a good pump through the shoulders and arms. Let me say, were you in the Army? I wasn't in the Army, no. When I was younger, I was in Navy cadets, but people do regularly mistake me for military or police. Not sure what it is about me. Seem really composed and relaxed. Yeah, so I did, I'm a mental health practitioner. I'm in sales, but I did a mental health practitioner thing. Mental health is a big part. I have a mindset practice that I do daily. I would say if you had to think of a way I try to live my life, try to look at things through a cognitive light, cognitive behavioral therapy light, and stoicism. Anna, thanks for being here. Hi, thanks for coming in. Again, guys, please drop a subscribe if you're new here. Please, it helps me out a tremendous amount. So I appreciate that you notice that. That's how I try to live my life and try to be better for my kids. I grew up in a pretty volatile situation, so in terms of like parents and stuff, I definitely miss the mark a lot. I have 2 girls. That's where Baddie Daddy comes from. And yeah, I'm just trying to be better for them, both mentally, physically, just overall health-wise. So yeah, that's what a lot of this is. I did a show. So I gained a bunch of weight after we had my kids, went through a lot of stress during the pandemic, lost my mom at the beginning of the pandemic. We had a miscarriage before that. Then I had my 2 daughters. Luckily, I have a beautiful, amazing, supportive wife, helped me through the mental challenges I was going through. But part of that was a physical issue. So I also gained weight, went up to 270 pounds. I'd always been an athlete and competing. Muscles love. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Yeah, I think they really go hand in hand, Patrick. That's one thing I talk about a lot on the channel, is I think your mindset and getting physically healthy definitely go hand in hand a lot. So I was just gonna do a high row here. finish up this part of the workout, and then we're gonna do some abs. Yeah, they definitely go hand in hand. Punch the bag. How old are your daughter? So I have one who's 5, one who's about to turn 2. You want to see me punch the bag? Barehanded? Sure. Let's give it a hook. Yeah, I've been fairly in shape, doing a few pull-ups, nothing special, but I'm overweight now a lot. Yeah, man, and it happens, right? Like um, I think a part of fitness too and mindset is just knowing that anybody who is decently fit and decently healthy is going to have points in their journey where they're going to kind of fall back, right? And then it's just how do you overcome that? Sorry, guys, I know you can't see me right now. I'm going to be right back there. I'm just setting up for face pulls. I'm going to do one more high row and then 2 sets of face pulls and then abs. Yeah, like how do you deal with those setbacks, right? Yeah. So I don't know if I've talked about this before, Darius. I don't know if you've been on, but so I did Muay Thai for about a year, like Thai kickboxing. Definitely not a fighter. I'm definitely not great at it, but I enjoy quite a bit. So no, actually, I don't have really any clients. I have a bunch of people. If you guys have social media, at Baddiedaddydiaries on Instagram, Threads, TikTok, and I just help people out. I'm building currently a couple programs that are going to be results based, that are kind of frameworks for people that I think I will eventually one day sell because I've been putting a lot of time and effort into them. But they're kind of based more on what people want to see in terms of results and how people train, right? Like I have one that's going to be just a checklist of things to do every day. And if you're able to do them more, like out of a 7-day week, if you're able to do them at 5 days, you'll see a result. I've tested it on a couple people and it works quite well. So that's going to be kind of the first kind of cheap option. But right now I just like helping people. So if you just want to, you know, throw some stuff by me or you want some direction on your health and fitness routine and goals, then hit me up on Instagram, somewhere where I can talk to you over the DMs. And yeah, I'm more than happy to help out. Yeah, and I do some cognitive behavioral therapy stuff too to help people. So you'll see some of that on my Instagram. I don't originate a lot of that content though, because a lot of it is part of cognitive behavioral therapy already. I've just kind of made a lot of it in my color scheme and explain it in my own way. So when did you start the channel? So I did a show in October. I spent all last year losing about 80 pounds and getting back into shape. And I started the channel probably seriously November, December, I think. Like seriously, I made it when I was doing the show there, but everything was really focused. And you have to fight Khabib now. I think I would get decimated by Khabib probably. That hook was too nice for you to be on training. Yeah, thanks, man. Yeah, minor amount of training, but yeah. Thought you were Australian. Yeah, I've gotten Australian before. Funny enough, I've gotten like a bit of everything. So I'm actually Dutch French is like my background, but yeah, I've gotten a bunch of different things. I've had people say Irish. I've had people say Australian. But I appreciate everyone because they're all amazing people. So this is one exercise I love, but I've never been able to kind of get down the pattern perfectly in my like 20 plus years of training. I don't know if it's just because I'm like kind of a lanky, weirdly, like awkwardly built, because I have a big rib cage and stuff like that. So I don't know if it's maybe part of that. But like I find a little lower than is technically perfect. I feel more in my rear delts. and rhomboids, which is kind of what I'm aiming for when I do this exercise. But it's a good example of like when you're doing exercises. To play around with the mechanics of them a little bit, like nothing crazy. Don't go making wild swings at anything, but yeah, play around with them to kind of fit your body and the way you're made, right? Like, you know. That's a pretty good guess. So I am 6'1". You nailed the height right on. I'm 6'1", just a smidge over, and I am 205 right now. 206, somewhere around there, but 192 subs. Nice. Thanks, and I appreciate that. Thanks, guys. Oh, you're Dutch? Awesome, man. I wanna go back and visit. So I'm actually from a town in the Netherlands called Ath, ATH. That's kind of where my name, family name, and everything's from. So I want to go there and visit. And we have friends over that way in, I want to say, I can't remember the name of the place, but like in and around Belgium. So it's only like an hour or something away. So Amsterdam, Jesus, how can I not remember that? Sorry, that's pretty bad. Yeah. So we want to go visit them and, you know, go see the town where my name originated from eventually. It's on the bucket list of things to do. I haven't been over to the UK since high school when I played rugby. Went over there for a tour, for a tournament. Or a tour, sorry, not a tournament. So, yeah, but I appreciate you being here, man. So I stream. Surname is just Ath, right? So it's of Ath. So I haven't been to the Netherlands yet. No, not at all. I would like to, though, very much so. So I stream my workouts 5 days a week, and then 3 days a week my cardio. So 8 times a week I'm on here streaming. Are you demonetized? No, I haven't even had the chance to monetize yet. So I think I have to hit 1,000 subscribers before you can turn on like super chats and all that stuff. That's the goal eventually to get there. Is to be able to, you know, put on super chats and stuff. And I already mentioned what I'm going to use if, you know, my regular community does decide to offer anything in terms of like tips or whatever it's called, super chats. That's all going to be reinvested back into the stream. So you guys have seen the basement, the dungeon, I call it. If you guys look at any of my shorts, Patrick, I have like my unfinished basement corner that's all set up. I'm going to start investing in that and building it up to make it more of an entertainment thing for you guys and bringing more people to stream. Hopefully, you know, hooking up with some of the streamers that are known in my area and stuff like that, or even some of you guys and doing like joint workouts, stuff like that. Using AI tools. I thought about it. You got IG. IG is where the main thing is. Find a lot of Dutch people speak English really, really well. Yeah, I guess it makes sense. Yeah, so that's kind of the idea. I don't really have a bench for decline sit-ups, which is what today is supposed to be. So we're gonna do Swiss ball sit-ups and then the rope crunches. I find these don't do much. They start to burn after like a bunch, but just try to make myself shake as much as possible. Make sure I force the contraction as hard as I can. But looks, intelligence, charisma, and no, okay. Thanks, Matt. I appreciate that. And even if you were, no judgment here, man. This is a place of no judgment. So hold a dumbbell in the air and crunch on the bench. Yeah, that works really well too. Yeah, I've done that where you just hold it above your head here and just like focus on the crunch. Does work really well. I do the rope crunches as my big weighted exercise in the week. I do that multiple times. So the hard part for me is always like my lower slash mid abs because I was a chubby kid. For any of you guys who are just kind of new here and haven't really, when I was younger, I was a real chubby kid. So I always kind of have a hard time losing around my belly button area. So I try to focus on there when I'm doing these like lower weight kind of body weight stuff. But yeah, so definitely drop some body fat. People do love him. Always. Okay. Thanks, man. I appreciate that. So that's awesome. I do have a website being built. That's where I'm going to eventually include the different programs that I was talking about. And merch. I want to make like cool merch with like cool sayings and stuff like that, and just like nerdy stuff because I'm a giant nerd. If you guys know, I'm a big reader, big movie guy, big music guy. So I want to just kind of make fun stuff like that. But make it in like fitness sizes and fitness inspired. So like I'll have like a line that's going to be kind of like for the tight show off fitness guys, and then the baggy stuff for the pump covers, that type of idea. So my body fat right now is just about 15%. So it's a little higher because I just finished my bulk. This is my first week of cutting. I would like to stay between 10 and 12, where you can kind of see abs fully, and you can kind of just see the top four now. But I mean, for 40, I'll take it. If I can kind of live in that space for a while, that'd be good. But so far, so good. Just for your live stream, I don't sleep. It's 3:45 in the morning. Oh my gosh, dude. Sinner, you should get some sleep. Sleep's important for health. Yeah, so I see Darius saying it can still drop some body. Yeah, man, but I mean, like, if you're bulking, you're trying to get jacked, right? So body fat's helpful when you're doing that. So that's like the one thing I talk about right now. Now I'm feeling like it's all good, man. Jordan, what's going on, man? Yeah, I'm on the road for work, so I'm in a hotel gym right now, believe it or not. So just a hotel gym today. I'm gonna actually go to the big box gym tomorrow to train legs, which is like up here. Like I don't know different gyms where you guys are, but like in the States, people know like LA Fitness and Gold's Gym and stuff. The big one we have up here in Canada is Good Life. So tomorrow I'm gonna actually go to the Good Life down here, and sure they'll let me film. I may not be as talkative just because people might think I'm a nutcase. I'm also on the East Coast, so I don't think there's a whole lot of influencers out here. Or people, I don't know that I'm an influencer, but trying to be. But kind of working. So I'm in sales. So regardless of age, most guys will sit comfortably. Yeah, most guys typically, I'd say now sit. Yeah, you're probably right. Probably to the top end of that. Like, um, I'd say 15 is like a really fit average guy. 18 to 20, low 20s is probably where the average like adult male sits. Yeah, holding on to some size while being relatively lean is sustainable. At like, yeah, basically anywhere. I'd say 15 is probably too lean to be like a regular thing. If you're lifting for like gaining weight and muscle and strength, you'd want to be 18 and above for sure. Um, yeah, 15 is definitely a sweet spot. Yeah, 15 is a sweet spot where you can kind of still maintain your strength pretty well that you built when you're bulking, and cut from there. So I'm being really stingy with my cut this time because I'm happy with how lean I am. So I'm not gonna, like when I lost the 80 pounds last year, I was really quick to start cutting my calories down and add activity, which isn't really a good idea. And most trainers would recommend not doing that. But I just did exercise like on a rush to get healthy, and I committed to the show probably too early. But I wouldn't turn back and I wouldn't take no for an answer, and I did. So, um, Yeah, I would say it's better, like Darius said, to be around that 15% mark when you start dieting, kind of where I am now when you start cutting, because now I can, like, this is my first week of my cutting diet, and my calories are the exact same. Yeah, they're the exact same as they were last week for my bulking. So I'm not changing that yet. All I've done is increased my volume in terms of like number of sets, number of reps. And yeah, what I'll do is next week, well, sorry, I'll do 2 weeks at this level. And then, yeah, then the next week, cold four. Thanks, Gwana. Thanks, buddy. I appreciate you. Drop a subscribe. Do I have a boyfriend or am I single? I am married to a woman, believe it or not. Duties, I'm not able to manage gym things, but my diet is good. Well, it's good, man. As long as your diet's good. I think my body fat is 50 right now. Hey, when I started and I lost 8 pounds, I was at 40 something percent, high 30s, low 40s. I know my face completely changed when I hit below 15 years ago. Yeah, for sure. Your face starts to like kind of tighten up and you get that nice sharp chin line and stuff, but guys show them respect. Fit body can make. Yeah, it does make a massive difference. But cool, thanks for being here, buddy. Please drop a subscribe, guys. We're almost at 200. We're trying to get there, 8 more, and I owe you. Cool for you. What do you say? It's all good, man. It's all good. No judgment here. We like you guys being here. We appreciate everybody showing up. I find most naturals do not have much size under 12% body fat. Yeah, no, it's hard. It's hard, definitely. And not just necessarily natural, but like you have to take like a lot of supplements, like even natural supplements that you can get at the naturals. You have to be on like a really consistent, regular, super controlled calorie intake, supplement routine, regime, just to be able to maintain that. So yeah, it's at or under 12%. It's really hard to maintain any kind of strength or size. Like even this cutting program, because I plan to go down closer to 12. You guys will see my weights. They might still creep up here and there over the next couple weeks. But as I start removing some of the calories into the summer, you'll see my weights will kind of stay stagnant. The intensity won't change. The intensity will be still super difficult. Yeah, intensity will still be super difficult, but you'll see that it'll, it won't be as, you won't see my strength and muscle growing. So I'm actually gonna do a bit of walk, hang out with you guys a bit longer because I don't have as much of a thing to do today. I'm just because normally I'd have to go up and make dinner for the kiddos, but it's already starting. But starting this random treadmill, but so what do you say? But you'll always be smaller when you get leaner. Yeah, 100%. So I'm just gonna move this incline up to 6, speed up to 3. We'll go 3. Any tips? I have double chin. How to throw it? Calories, man, the biggest thing. So right now my calorie intake is 2,700 daily. 3,500 is probably like would be like a high end. So my maintenance right now is probably like 3,000, maybe 3,200. But I'm at 27 right now, just trying to like slowly bring myself down. And then when I go back, 3,500 will probably be my lean bulk as we get into our next bulk. So 3,500, yeah. 3,500 would definitely be more like bulking. because even with my activity, so I'm at 2,700 right now, and that's my maintenance is like 2,783, I think, for my current size. So should I cut sugar or salt from my diet? Do you have your own recipes? Yeah, I have a ton of recipes. I share a lot, and even I share like my easy tips for meal prepping. Because I got some kind of cool tips for making it easy and like stress free. Cut sugar first is the number one thing. Doesn't mean you can't have any sugar, but cut the unnecessary sugar. So if you put sugar in your coffee or tea, that's one thing that's got to go right away. If you consume high calorie sugary drinks, got to go right away. Switch to, if it's pop, switch to diet pop. Artificial sweeteners are not as bad as everybody tells you they are. Can't cut sugar. No, don't cut it fully because you still need some sugars. Sugar is a real meal timing thing, right? So for me, like my pre-workout to support your pump, you want kind of like quick acting sugars for your activity, right? Because all this is exercise that works off your quick activity, so or your quick digesting sugars. So I had 3 rice cakes and a banana and a protein shake about half hour, 45 minutes before my workout. Sugar-free tablet. What's a sugar-free tablet? I don't think I know what that is. I heard fried foods are the worst. They're not necessarily the worst because they're fried. They're the worst because of their high fat. So a lot less of it though. Yeah, so you definitely want to eat less sugar. And you want, that's what I mean, you want to take out the quick, easy sugars that most people don't realize are crushing their diet. So pop is a big one. Sugar in coffee and tea is a big one, or sugary drinks, high calorie drinks. That's the stuff you want to try to eliminate as quick as possible, because that's the stuff that's always going to crush you, because you don't realize, right? Like 40 to 60 grams of sugar in 1 can of Coke, like 150 calories. You're like a third of a meal and just having a can of pop. It's crazy, right? When you can just have a Diet Coke with 0 calories and have a full-on meal. And you can have protein and carbs. Sorry, I was going to say, so fried foods, fats. When you look at the calorie density of each macro, so each gram of protein has 4 calories. Each gram of carbohydrates has 4 calories. Each gram of fat has 9 calories. So you still need fats in your diet. But if you're having like a really high fat diet, that's what's actually hurting a lot. High fat and high sugar consumption is what's hurting a lot. When you look at like America and like the obesity epidemic in America, or even North America in general, like even up here in Canada, it's all high fat, high sugar, right? Processed foods is part of it, but processed foods isn't inherently bad. It's like what processing does to a lot of the foods. So sugar-free is like a stevia. Yeah. So like Splenda, stevia. Oh my God, what's the name of the other one that I just had it from Costco? Xylitol. They're all fine. They're all good 0 calorie options, but fats are important for hormone balance. They are. So you don't want to go no fat. You never want to go to a no fat diet, but you want to try to balance the fat out in terms of like, one, you want to get your fat from better sources. So instead of, say, chicken strips that are fried in like peanut oil or canola oil, you would want to get that fat from an avocado, from almonds, or from maybe a little bit of meats. But they are important for hormone balance for sure, especially testosterone production. Cholesterol is more important for testosterone production. Sorry, if I'm bothering you, I can. Okay.
Yes.
Thanks. People eat mainly, yeah. So like mainly the wrong thing. If you think of like baked goods, stuff like that, high sugar, high fat content, right? Just a calorie bomb. Yes. Yeah. Darius is right. Yeah, like alcohol isn't great, but a little bit here and there, again, not bad, as long as it's within your calorie target, right? And you're managing all the things around it. alcohol is bad more for the cortisol impact, right? Stress hormone. Because it's hard on your body, hard on your liver. Like today was the first time I had a drink in almost 2 years. Saw a client that got married last time I saw him. Yeah, like I mentioned, I had a half pint today with a client of mine that's a good guy that got married last time I saw him, and really not often, like 2 years was the last time I had a drink. So how much kilometers can you run? 10 is my max, because after that I just get too bored. I always make the joke that if a serial killer was chasing me and I hit 9 kilometers, I just give myself up. Because yeah, I don't know. Running unless I'm playing a sport is just not fun for me. I don't know. I want to get better at it. I just lack the, I guess, drive to get better at distance. I like sprinting though. Like I can sprint for days, doing sets of sprints and hit cardio and stuff, but I like cycling. Yeah, I cycle quite a bit. That's kind of my favorite. So you'll be bored. I will die for running. Yeah, no, 10 is like, it's funny. Like my brother-in-law, he got really good at running for like a time there. He was running often. He told me, he's like, oh, today I just did like 25K. I was just like, I love music and I could probably put earphones in and just go. But even that, after a time, I'd be like, just shoot me. But everyone uses a bike here, but nowadays everyone has an e-bike. Yeah, right. Looking for ways to take the effort out of it. But no, I like biking. I'll bike. We have a Peloton at home in the downstairs gym. So max is 5K. That's it. My body will take it, leave it. Nice. Hey, 5K is nothing to sneeze at, man. It's a good distance. And if you can do that consistently and regularly, it's good for your health. It's a good routine. There's nothing wrong with it. So I'm just gonna go 15 here for like a light walk, get my dinner in, and then I bumped into somebody from the industry here, so maybe we'll head out and I don't know, hang out for a bit. We'll see. Yeah, like I mentioned, tomorrow I'm gonna be at the big box gym here. Do you like training buddies? I love training buddies. I wish I had someone more regular to train with me. It's just hard because the way I train. I'd love to have my wife train with me, but yeah, still, no, actually, I'm not in Eastern Standard Time right now. I'm on, what do they call it? East Coast time? I forget. I'm like an hour behind Eastern Standard Time, or an hour ahead of Eastern Standard Time. Eastern Standard Time is 1 hour behind me. I always forget. So it's like right now where I am, it's 7:30. So it's hard to manage things for me. Doing nights a lot, yeah, that's tough, man. Nights are definitely tough. The best way to do it, man, is just work out something that can be sustainable for you. And it doesn't have to look like, this is the one thing I tell everybody in fitness. Like Darius is really good at kind of jumping on and talking to you about like the rules. Like there's certain things that are rules, like where you get your fats from, making sure you get fats in and stuff like that. But when it comes to like your workout, your actual workout, there's evidence-based stuff and then there's behavioral-based stuff, right? It kind of breaks into two lines of the same thing. So it's great if you can do everything perfect from the evidence-based standpoint, but some people just can't, right? We don't live in that world really, unless you're doing fitness for your job. So you may have to do just behavioral-based, and it may be as simple as if you wake up at, I don't know, say you wake up at 2:30 in the afternoon to start getting ready for work, set your alarm to wake up at 2, do a 20-minute half-hour walk, and just say, make a commitment to yourself, say, I'm going to do that daily for 2 months, right? That's because you mentioned dinner, and then I realized it's 6:32 for me. Yeah, no, it's 7:30 here. I also, my flight this morning I was at the airport at like 4:30 in the morning. So it's been a long day. But I still have calories to get in. So I think that's the main thing is like a lot of times, and I'm guilty of doing this too. And I know, like, I have all the certifications and all the stuff, but paralysis by analysis, right? Like, I had that for a time where I was just like, well, I know I can't get this like perfect, get my breakfast in, get my workout in. So like, why bother? So you got to try to like just find what's comfortable. And I talked to my wife about this, and she's actually been doing it. And she was saying the other day, she's like, I noticed like things look tighter and I lost a bit of weight. And all that is because we were trying to find out like what would work for her. Then it came down to just using her walking pad for the first half hour, 45 minutes of the day when she was working through like kind of the first stuff in the morning she had to get going. And it could be as simple as that, man. It could be as simple as like, you know, having a walking pad beside your bed, getting up 15 minutes, 20 minutes early, doing 20 minutes a day. Doesn't have to be perfect. It just has to be yours, right? One question, do you control your mind or does your mind control you? I would say it's an even mix. So I just shoved a Philly cheesesteak down my throat. I'm still eating dinner. Nice. Oh man, Philly cheesesteak. You're dropping all these hunger cues for me today, Darius. I would say I'm an even mix. I would say I try really hard to control my mind. And I have a mindset practice that I do daily in the mornings around cognitive behavioral therapy and some of the things I find work for me. But to say I'm perfect and that I don't screw up all the time would be a lie. Like I think about it all the time, and it makes me feel like a bit emotional when I talk about my daughters because I feel like I could be a better dad at times. And I find that's because of like my situation. I grew up in a relatively abusive household through no fault of anyone's. It's, you know, it was a rough kind of situation. And so I feel like sometimes I default to my experiences and how I interact with them. And I have to kind of like pull myself back and think about how I approach the situation, but then I go back to them and I usually have a good conversation about, you know, what happened. Daddy was in the wrong, but I had to get my protein somehow. Hey, it works, does the trick. But yeah, so that would be my answer to that question. I would say sometimes I control it, sometimes it controls me, but I am constantly trying to do better. So you're not a PT? Why? Yeah, my job pays better. I was a PT for a really long time, and I had my own fitness business. And I actually sold that business before getting into finance. Yeah, replying to Patrick now. And I actually sold that business before getting into the business I'm in now. And this pays much, much better. And it's, well, not much better, probably about the same, but it's more consistent. It's probably a better way to put it. And with kids, you need it to be more consistent, right? And yeah, hopefully I can build this up to be a relatively consistent thing too. And I can still help people the same way, because that's my favorite part of PT and just helping fitness in general, is just helping people that, you know, maybe the loudness of the industry and social media gets into their heads sometimes. I think I'm pretty good at cutting through the noise. So that's it. We just hit 15 minutes. So yeah, I'm gonna pack it up for today, go eat my dinner, meet up with that coworker or friend from the industry. And yeah, appreciate you guys being here. So tomorrow I will be at the big box gym. So you guys will be able to join me then around the same time. Of course, Patrick, I really appreciate the subscribe again, guys. Please, if you guys are new, if anyone's here that's new, please drop a subscribe. We're trying to hit 200. When we hit 200, I owe 50 push-ups. I will do them, I promise you, on stream. Always good for having a conversation. Yeah, time just flies by. That's why, even for you guys, this would help. Stream yourselves. It's seriously a good way to kind of make the time fly by. There's a worldwide health crisis, which is why I enjoy helping people with training. Yeah, 100%. But I appreciate you guys. Lots of love, positivity. I'll see you guys tomorrow for day 3 for legs. Lots of love. Have a great rest of the day. And day by day. Thanks, man. I hope so. Bye, guys.